Walter here at Pishtech. Today I'm going to show you how a couple of pieces of hardware can work with the new game we have, VR Sportfishing. One of those is the Vuzix VR920 video iWear. It's a virtual reality display with head tracking. And the other is the GoLive2 Stix controller. It's very similar to the Nintendo Wii remote, only it's native to the PC. So I'll show you how those work in VR Sportfishing. Okay, here we have Pishtech's VR Sportfishing running on the laptop here. We've also now got connected the Vuzix VR920 video eyewear. What this consists of first is two small displays, one for each eye, lenses to make them seem farther from your eye than they really are, which allows you to focus on them because they're really very close to your eye. But with two separate screens, that gives you depth perception. It gives you true 3D vision, separate image for each eye. This also includes motion tracking. This is going to detect the motion of your head in 3 dimensions, tell the game which way you're looking, and give you the appropriate view for that perspective. For whatever you're doing with your head, that's what you should see. Also speakers, there's a small speaker on each side. They don't go in your ear, but they sit right in front of it. In fact, because this is connected, we're not going to hear the sound coming out of the speaker from the laptop right now. It's all going to be going in here. But we're going to give this a whirl. And we've also got connected now over here. This is the GoLive2 Stix controller, very similar to the Nintendo Wii remote, only this is native for the PC. And what this is going to give us is a wireless controller for steering the boat, for throttling the boat. There's touch-sensitive areas, buttons on top, button on the bottom. It's also going to be our fishing rod with the trigger on the bottom for casting and reeling. So we're going to take that fishing. Let's go ahead and take a virtual trip to Florida here in VR Sportfishing. I'm going to go ahead and put on the VR920. So now I'm seeing the same thing through here that you're seeing on that screen, only I see it in 3D, you see it on a flat screen. I'm going to start fishing. As you see here, we're inside a fishing boat now. What I do with my head, that's what happens with the view. If I look down at my hands and the steering wheel, there it is. If I look over my shoulder, I should see the dock. If I look over my other shoulder, I should see the bait shop. Hopefully you can see it on there. There's the outboard motor, some lily pads along the shoreline, our fish locator. This game allows me to also zoom any view. So I can look at something like, say, the fish locator or those lily pads over there. I can zoom in on them, zoom out. Basically like holding a pair of binoculars to your eyes. All right, I'm going to press on this top of the controller, and you're going to see that outboard. Well, I'm looking over the top of the display now. I can see the outboard on the screen there too. But I'm going to give this thing some gas, and we are going to take off from the shore. Here we go. Now as I turn this, you can see my hands turning the steering wheel. We're going to run through some shallows here. Hopefully not run this aground. Whoa, I did run aground. We'll give it a little more gas. We just brushed against a muddy reef there. So now we're running at wide open throttle. If I look at the speedometer there in front of me, I see a virtual speedometer on the dashboard. I see we've just gotten up to 70 miles an hour now. So as I look around, I really feel like I'm on this lake. I'm heading toward that shore pretty fast, so we'll take a little turn here by twisting the controller. If I turn it hard, we'll circle back around. There's our wake behind the boat. Now we just crossed the wake. So as you can see, it's a great deal. It's very responsive. My control over the boat is pretty good here. And my sense of actually being on this lake is really unbelievable. All right, let's slow it down here. We'll cut the throttle, glide in towards shore. I see some nice weeds over in front of me. Now let's look around. If I look right over the side of the boat, I see weeds there. It's a little bit breezy out here, so we're drifting. But I see weeds right in front of me. Over here, well, it's hard for me to see in the water off the other side of the boat. I'm going to go ahead and click fish, which is going to take me to the front of the boat. Again, I'm in a first-person view. I see some fish down there. Right down beneath me, there goes a bass to my left. And I just heard a blackbird, but now I see a couple fish over there. Now I'm in control of the fishing rod. So you see as I raise and lower my hand with this device, I'm also raising and lowering the rod there. So if I look at my rod, hopefully you can see it on the screen behind me. Lower it, raise it. And let's cast. And click to reel. I'm going to adjust the reel speed fairly fast here and start reeling. Now I can raise and lower the rod as I'm reeling. If I want to work the lure, all I have to do is raise it. Oh, there's a fish. Okay. Hooked up. Ah, he's a little bass. We're going to crank him right in. And there's my 14-inch bass. I'm going to zoom in so you can see on the screen a little bit better. Not exactly a trophy, but there we have a fish, so we'll count it. But let's see if we can get into a little bigger one here. I'm going to look around. I'm also going to use a little cheat code. I'm going to enable a cheat that makes the water super clear. So let's go ahead and do that, and wow. Now I don't know how well you can see this there, but I can see every detail of the weed bed. Boy, there's a lot of fish around here. There's a log on the bottom right down there. Nice big tangle of wood. There's some pretty good cover. And there ought to be some fish around here. I'm going to use the electric trolling motor here. I'll go ahead and do it with the Stix controller. So there's the trolling motor. You can see I'm turning it, giving it more electricity here, a little more power. You can do that while you're fishing. While you have a fish on, you can still be in control of the boat. Alright, we're getting into pretty shallow water here. I'm going to try a nice long cast out over there. And start to work it in. There's fish. Alright. Oh, jeez, almost broke my line. So again, now I'm in control of the rod as I'm fighting a fish. If I want to pull the rod up to bring the fish toward me, I can do that, lower it and reel a little bit. And boy, he's coming in now. See, I've got to be careful about turning my head, because if I do that right now, it's like I'm turning my body. I'm turning away from the fish. So I'm going to turn back and try and see where that fish is running. There he is. He's right out there. And we'll see if we can get him in. He's about 30 feet in front of me. He just broke the surface. And almost got him. There we go. Alright, he's a little nicer. 17.8 inch, 3-pound largemouth bass. So, there you have it. VR sport fishing from Pishtech. Again, supporting the Vuzix VR920 video eyewear and the GoLive2 Stix controller. Put the two together, you are in a virtual world on a virtual lake like you've never been before. It's a lot of fun. Well, thank you for watching. You can visit us online at www.pishtech, that's Pishtech.com. Tight lines.